Welcome to another episode of Ask the Sistahs. Am I the asshole? I'm Sister J.
I'm Sister A.
I'm Sister Alam.
And I am Sister K. And welcome to episode number 26. Let's get started. Welcome.
We're getting up there in these episodes.
We are 26.
Ask the Sistahs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We are happy to be back with another Ask the Sistahs. Am I the asshole? And before we get into these wonderful questions, let's talk about what we are lipping, sipping, and swagging with today.
Oh, yes, I will start. I have for my bling today, I have my blingy J on. Thank you, Sister A. And our beautiful fleece. Ooh. Oh, it is so cozy warm. I have my fleeced jacket on with our little logo. It's really great. And it's really soft too on the inside. Anyway. Okay, for my hydration today, I pulled out the Alpine Yellow because it's bright sunshiny down here in Texas. So I wanted the bright sunshine yellow Yeti, authentic Yeti cup.
With the matching straw.
With the method. And put the appropriate way too. No, this is
that's one of those little straws.
Little ones. And in there, I am enjoying a nice cold Sprite with
You found it.
And is it tasty?
I love it. It is to me, it's the right amount of sweetness. It's not too sweet, but it's sweet. Okay. So
do you taste the cranberry?
Very slightly.
Yeah. I thought you could use a little bit more kick on the spice and the cranberry.
Maybe a little bit more of the cranberry, but it's very good and very refreshing. I'm going to pick up some more before it's gone, though.
Ooh.
Because, a seasonal stuff don't always last.
Yeah.
True.
My only complaint is, because see, it says right on the can, too, limited edition. But it's the itty bitty 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 can.
Don't you hate that shit when they do that?
Mm-hmm.
But it does fit nicely with ice balls in our cup. The whole thing. So it's really great. Okay, for my lippy today, I pulled out my NYX Powder Puff Lippy, and this color is called. I should have known. Wait a minute. This color is called Moody.
Ooh, yeah, I got that one.
When I pulled this out, I forgot about the fact that it's that a spongy thing where you have to pump it up, and put it on. But it's really nice. But it's a teeny bit dry to me. So I pulled out my Rimmel Stay Glossy in Tainted Love today.
Ooh, nice. Like it.
Y'all swear by that Rimmel Stay Glossy.
That Stay Glossy.
Look at this.
Nice. Yep.
It is so nice and smooth.
I love it.
And the pigmentation is not really, really dark. So you can, I can even have brown lipstick on or something, but this will not make it pink. You know what I mean? Even though it looks pink. Yeah. So it's really nice. And I do have my Avon Sticks lip lighter.
Oh, you trying to scrape that shit?
Appropriately sized.
Have you been?
He gone. He gone. If you see, I got a little lip liner on the top.
Well, we can't see that,
but not the bottom because it didn't make it.
Oh my God!
I bet you were scraping your lips up.
He didn't make it, so. Goodbye. Okay, that's it for me.
You had a whole, week and a half to get to the Avon store.
I know, but I didn't go
We knew this was a problem last week.
I'm going to have to use my other glimmer lip liners and find lipstick that matches them.
Get on the Amazon if you need to.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for me.
Avon? Wait, can you order Avon on Amazon?
I think so.
It does have some products, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because some of those sellers have their own store.
Yeah.
And so some of the
I'd rather
people
order from a normal, like a regular Avon.
Me too.
Well, we have an Amazon store here. And I go to the same woman all the time. She's really nice. Yeah, she runs a store. And it's really nice. It's right next to the bread place. So I can go in there and get some donuts and stuff and then go get my Avon. Anyway, that's it for me.
One-stop shopping.
That's right.
All right. Let me jump in here. I have got my tried and true Sistah Speak Pank Yeti with my nice cold ice waters in there today.
Okay.
And that's sitting upon my brand spanking new Welcome to Autumn and the Holidays. Thank you, Sister J Coaster, with my turkey butt, or I forget. Sister LM had a word for it.
That ass.
You know what though? That is perfect description though.
That ass. Coaster.
That turkey ass.
Turkey ass.
I didn't even think about that when I was making them, but yeah, it is the butt.
For my blings and swags today, I've got on my Soul Sister bracelet. Thank you, Sister LM.
I keep forgetting.
I've also got on my rose gold cursive necklace. Thank you, Sister K. And of course, I've got on our Sistah Speak camo
Looking
baseball
great.
hat today.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
Yes.
And finally, and I'm also wearing, and I hope you are too, Sister K, my Snoopy.
You know what? Y'all gonna make me get an Apple Watch, and I can't read a
Just
thing on it.
Sister J.
I love
You
the
need to get it.
Snoopy.
Like, mine is, it's 1:00 and he's hanging on to the long arm and he's sliding down.
Oh,
So cute.
I love Snoopy.
So much fun. So, Sister J, you should definitely, just for this watch face.
Just
That's
And
for
right.
how,
face.
so I forget how many different like Snoopy scenes is it? Isn't like
I read somewhere it said 140 something.
Yes.
And they apparently
Whoa.
cycle through and apparently they're going to make more.
Wow.
And so whenever you raise your thing, it's a new one.
Yes.
It's a new scene.
And there's
some
so
of them
many
you
I
don't-
haven't even seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just
that's
saw
so
a space
cute.
one. He's in
Oh, yeah.
space.
Yeah.
I just saw that one this morning.
Oh, it
I
brings
love
me
it.
joy every time.
It does. It does.
Anyway, for my lips today, I've got on my Wet and Wild
Ooh.
with my, they're kind of rose gold lips there on there. And this
Mhm.
color is called Sangria. It's one of my
Yes.
faves.
Yeah, that looks good.
And my lips were a little dry before I put that on, so I should have showed this first, but I've got our chapstick, Sistah Speak chapstick. And what's this, candy cane, the minty one?
Yep.
Yes.
Candy
okay.
cane. Mhm.
I
It's a
can't
vanilla
read it,
mint
so.
too.
Okay, I've got the
Yeah.
mint one, so that's it for moi.
All right. I will hop in next. I will start with my lippy. First, I put on my MAC Prep and Prime. And then I am wearing the MAC. It's the Powder Kiss formula. And the name is P for Potent. And it's
Ooh.
Wow.
I like it. It's matte, but it's
I like
really
that.
like moisturizing and
Mhm.
it feels creamy.
It's kind of like a mauve pink.
It's
It's
lovely
like
pink.
it's not really pink, but it's
Yeah.
like dark mauve.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
like
like
that
that.
one.
Mauve.
That looks great.
I could
on
probably
you.
wear
Yes.
that, maybe.
Yes.
I think this is probably one of the few colors that all of us can actually
Yeah.
wear. Yeah.
Ooh. Should look it
Mhm.
up.
I'm
Maybe
gonna look
so.
that one up.
E for
Yep.
potent.
P for potent.
Looking it up.
And then I am drinking some Body Armor electrolyte drink in strawberry banana,
Okay.
but I have it in my OG
Yeah.
Yeti.
Yes.
I like
Nice.
that
I
one.
love
Love
that
that.
one.
Yes. And then it is sitting upon, I broke out with, because this one I just love the color. Thanks to Sister J. It's like the pumpkin
The pumpkin.
shape.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because I'm not
Love
ready
it.
to let go of fall yet, even though it is snowing.
Yep. It's not officially winter anyway.
It's not
until
official yet.
I
It's
think it's
not.
20th.
Even though we're December.
Right.
Oh,
The
20th,
20th or 21st.
21st.
That's the
Yeah.
winter
So
solstice.
we got a
Yes.
couple more weeks. Few more
Ooh.
weeks.
We do. Yeah.
Goodness.
And I have no other swag. So that's it for me.
Okay.
Sister A. I will start. I'll go. So for my swag, I have my Soul Sister bracelet on. Thank you, Sister LM. My permanent swag underneath. And that's it, because I cannot find my cursive necklace. Don't know where that is. For my drinking, I have two. First one is my Sistah Speak Pike beer stein that matches our background.
Yep.
And I just have some ice water in here now. Y'all, it's
That's
plain
good.
ice water. So
That's good.
Just ice water.
Yeah.
No
great.
powder, no lemonade powder, no.
That's
I'm
good.
proud of you.
Oh,
we'll see how far I get throughout this episode.
Do you have one handy just in case?
What?
Like any powder?
No.
Like a little shake of lemonade or something.
Right.
Right. Shake. No. I'll deal with the water. I don't know why water just don't taste good to me.
Wow.
Plain water, at least.
Oh, I love water.
But I also have this is not a Yeti container, but this is an old school cup. I got my Salesforce cup.
Okay.
I got after we implemented one of the Salesforce products at work.
I like that. I like the way that works.
I love it. Contigo is the name of it.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
How does it open?
It's got this open. It's got this little thing that you press. It's got a little lock on it. So right now it's locked. So I can't press it open to get a drink. This part is the spout and it's closed.
Gotcha.
When I press this and click this, it opens up so you can drink. So it's not going to spill.
Nice.
Oh, she loves that. And no dust or nothing gets in there.
And ain't shit getting in it.
Okay. I need to look that up.
Okay. Contigo.
Oh
shit.
Yeah, you could like put it in your bag and not like
be
scared.
It won't spill or anything.
And I just love
can you do hot and
logo on it.
Can you do hot and cold?
Yeah, it's insulated. It's like metal insulated, just like our normal ones.
Just like the Yeti.
Okay.
Like a thermos or something. Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling it's gonna be too hot for a minute because this shit is really insulated. So I have some like steamed apple juice in here because I don't have apple cider right now.
Very nice.
And so I heated that up to help coat my throat. And it's gonna be hot.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wait for a little bit.
All right. I'm gonna look at that.
I can't open it, but I'll have to show y'all later. It's got a cool lid on the inside. It has this little thing that moves up that helps lock it. Anyway, it's a really cool cup. I've never had one like that, but it was in the back of the
Salesforce.
Okay, Contigo.
Right.
And that's it for me, y'all.
What about your lippy?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I did forget my lippy. Okay. Okay, this is a new one, I think. I don't think I've worn this one yet. But I've worn this type. This is NYX Smooth Whip Matte Lip Cream.
Ooh.
And this is in the color of Fuzzy Slippers.
Oh, I love that.
That is perfect on you.
Nice.
Yes. I mean, that looks really good.
I have another one of these, but it's a little bit lighter and pinker.
Mm-hmm.
But I got this one a couple weeks ago, and it's a little bit more muted, and I love it. And this
is light.
Yeah, that's your color.
Stays on. It does transfer a bit, but it stays on.
Okay.
I did put
Slippers.
I love the name of it.
Me too.
I know, right? Smooth Whip NYX. And I will say it can be a little dry. So I did put one of our Sistah Speak chapsticks on first.
Okay.
And this is the vanilla mint one.
Nice.
Okay.
Our chapsticks are jamming though, y'all.
Yes.
I tell you, they last. They really help keep your lips moisturized. Because
I've been going through mine.
Really? Okay.
I layer up.
I layer up. This is like my This is like my fifth one, I think.
Oh wow!
Damn! I use it exclusively. I don't use
must be eating them things.
Now my shit be dry.
Wow! You're gonna get like a tennis elbow or something.
Or something, yeah.
Tennis wrist.
I did used to eat my chapstick though back in the day when I was little.
Oh, Lord.
Really?
I don't do that anymore.
Lord, have mercy.
Like Dr. Pepper flavor or something.
Yep, the flavored one.
Oh, okay.
my gosh.
Well, that's different because it's flavored. Yeah.
That
Okay, lick it off. Put it on, lick it off.
All right.
All right, y'all. So let's get into these questions.
Yes.
Before we get into the am I the asshole questions, we do have a old, and I mean old, sorry, y'all. Old Ask the Sistahs questions that I missed from back in the, earlier this year.
Okay.
And it's from Miss Bunny. Hey, Bunny.
Bunny.
And she says, hi, sisters. I pride myself on a very clean house. My Joe, which for those of y'all who don't know Bunny, that's her husband. My Joe refuses to take his shoes off as he is constantly in and out of the house. Shopping as I do not shop, and he loves it. Also construction. So he always be carrying in leaves, dirt, concrete, etc. My floors are constantly with specks of this stuff. How? Please, how do I get this man to appreciate clean floors? Tired of sweeping and mopping in Virginia. Bunny.
Oh, that's
I
a good
love it.
question, Miss
That is a
Bunny.
very good
man.
question.
And I would say there's not a damn thing you can do. He gonna do what Joe gonna do. Mhm. I mean,
That's
really,
true. That's
he's
true.
gonna do it. And a lot of people, I do know a lot of people, they take their shoes off at the door and come around and walk in their socks and stuff. I don't do that. And I go to the mailbox outside, grocery shopping outside, get in the car, go empty the trash, whatever. I don't never take my shoes off until it's time for me to go to bed.
Really?
And I'm healthy as a horse. So, hey.
Well, she's not talking about health. She's talking about her
No, but I'm
floors.
just saying,
Cleanliness.
because, leaves and stuff. Now, I don't track in leaves and stuff, but, when my little doggy was still with me, everything, yeah, she would every now and then. You just clean it up. That just goes with it,
Wow.
I
You don't have any house
Okay.
shoes, huh?
I kind of agree.
No house shoes.
No fuzzy slippers.
I wear house shoes. I wear Crocs a lot. So I love my Crocs. So, but I wear my Crocs everywhere.
Out too. They're not.
So yeah,
Mm,
out shopping, in the house, whatever. But I also wear some are closed toe Crocs and some are like the slide. You know what I mean? And I always have like shoes or something. I do like socks with the little buds on the bottom, so I don't have to wear shoes because it keeps you from slipping. And good ones keep you from slipping. So, yeah, I do wear socks that are made for like walking around in your house without shoes because they have the buds on the bottom. But
yeah, because you gotta watch the slipping, the falling.
Yeah, right. And I just recently discovered compression socks because people that sit a lot, and I sit a lot because I do a lot of crocheting because I like it, as y'all know. And
why else?
I do puzzles, I do all kinds of stuff, but it's a sitting thing. So I'm trying them. I don't know if they help or not, but they're supposed to help your circulation. So
I thought you were going to drop the R word.
What's the R word?
Don't remind her.
Tired.
Oh,
right.
Oh, yeah, because I'm retired.
Don't remind her.
But I do a lot of stuff that is a sitting activity. But I'm still doing stuff. But so
gotcha.
We'll see if that helps.
I recently discovered compression socks earlier this year, and they do really help with circulation.
Really? See, my sister
and I wear them every time I fly. Also,
okay.
Oh.
I've heard people have used them.
Okay. So they're supposed to help with your circulation and stuff.
Keep from blood clots forming and stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And it cuts down on.
Do they have any
swelling.
plus size compression socks? Because I got big calves.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Because the thing about socks is first of all, I don't like wearing socks.
Well,
if I can help it.
Mm-hmm.
If they had like a compression legging that had a hole in the bottom, so I didn't have to get my feet out.
I got those Tommy Copper compression socks, and they do have toeless compression socks.
Toeless.
Tommy Copper. Yeah. I saw it on an ad somewhere, but I like my toes covered, so I got regular Tommy Copper.
Does that mean that
so-
there's no, like there's a hole where the toe is and it fits around the rest of the foot, or does it go like
Yeah.
to the ankle?
Yes.
No, it goes all the way
Oh.
to the
Toe.
like the ball of your foot.
Oh, that's weird.
All your toes are exposed. It's
How does it
toeless
stay on?
Okay. Yeah.
because they're socks.
Over your
Because they're
heel.
compression socks. So they're like, it's like wearing spandex. You know,
Okay.
it's just that it's just like any other sock, except the toe is out.
I'm just trying to picture them.
I know, me too. Well, I need a link, Sister J. Send me a link. 'Cause I need
Yeah.
to see what these look like.
All right.
Because, unless it's got like, you know how gloves that have fingerless gloves are that still
Right.
have
Yes.
the hole for the fingers?
No.
that goes
Right.
This
this
doesn't
much
have
on
the
your
hole for
finger?
the toes. It's the
Just
whole
like a-
thing is open.
So
It's
I feel like that would
open.
roll up on the ball of your foot and be
But it
halfway up
does
your
not.
foot.
You can buy pantyhose like that too, that are toeless.
And especially if you're wearing shoes.
And then bitches roll up the foot.
They
And it's in the ball of my foot instead. It's like underneath my heel instead of
think
under
they
the ball
would.
of my foot.
I don't have toeless socks, so I don't know. But I don't think they. Otherwise, they wouldn't make them.
I'm just saying, who the people
Exactly.
using them is all I want to know.
Anyway, okay, back to Miss Bonnie. My opinion is just grin and bear it.
So I
Sweep
have
it up.
I have a follow up. Go ahead.
Oh, go
Sister
ahead.
LM.
I was gonna say, well, I'm the opposite of Sister J because I love shoes, wearing them like out, but once I'm home, like they do
Day
not
off.
go past the vestibule, the foyer. Like they're off as soon as I
Hey.
close the door.
Hmm.
And I have like a shoe rack right there, and then I have so yeah, they come off immediately. And anybody who comes over, they take theirs off right there too. So sometimes I have those like either just some socks, like a little basket of socks if
Mhm,
people want to
mhm.
put on socks
Mhm.
or booties or anything. But
Do you have
yeah,
carpet
I
or do you
don't-
have slick floors?
carpet.
Okay,
I have carpet.
so you don't have to worry
Yes.
about somebody slipping and falling.
No. But like I do the same thing everywhere. When I go to work, under my desk, like shoes are off.
Hello.
When I drive barefoot, take my shoes off. Yep.
I remember you
Depending
said
on the
that.
So,
shoes that I have on. So if
yeah.
I'm wearing tennis shoes, I don't do that because it's in
Laces
the
and
car. But if I
shit.
have sandals or flats, them bitches is coming off under the desk. as soon
If
as
I
sit down,
have
in
like
the
boots,
car.
yeah, if I have boots or like sneakers or laces or whatever, I still take them off and then
Oh.
just put them back on when I get to my destination.
Oh, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Mm.
hmm
Hmm.
But to answer Bunny's question, I sadly don't think it's anything you can do or tell that man. Joe is gone Joe.
Joe's gone Joe. And he's a good Joe too.
He
so.
is.
He's a good
An
Joe.
old dog, new tricks, right?
Yep.
Right.
Been doing that a long time.
Yeah.
On your same line of thing, LM, I was going to ask her, the follow-up question was going to be, do you have a little section in your entryway where he can have like a bench seat where he can
Right.
sit down, slip them off, put his little slippers there. So as soon as he gets in, it's just easy to just kick them off, put the slippers on and go. If
Like a
there's
little mud
section-
room, maybe off of the
Yeah,
garage
like
or
a mud
something.
room.
But
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
that only work if he's like coming from the garage. If he's coming through the front door,
Well, then you have something at the entryway at the front door
Yes.
too.
Mhm.
So I would love to incorporate that, but in my entryway in the back, which is where I come in and out, the garage area, there's not space because there's laundry. It's like the laundry room area,
Okay.
but there is a little bit of space in between the washer and dryer that's metal. So I'm thinking if I could find some kind of like really strong ass magnets and get like a little rack or something, possibly, but it's still going to be tight. It's still going to be difficult.
Okay.
Because I really don't want I would like to be able to switch out and have some slippers available in the front entryway for people when they come over. Because
Yeah.
sometimes people can't walk in just socks because I
Yeah.
have flat feet.
Yeah.
And it hurts my feet to walk
well,
without any
and all
kind
your
of cushion.
floors are slick. Ain't no carpet nowhere, so people would that be some liability.
Right. So I would have some slippers for people to put on, some sandals or something that they could slide their feet in. I would love to set that up, but I'm just asking for Bunny. Although I do agree with everyone else, he ain't. If you haven't been able to change him by now, it's not going to be changed. So the best thing you could do, Bunny, is either let the dirt and grit go, or say, "Well, Joe, we got to put some extra money towards the cleaning crew and have them come more often to mop and stuff." Because
I would get a handy handheld vac.
He's not cleaning it up.
Yeah, I just go like that, take you 2 minutes.
Not with mud and stuff. You got to mop that.
Well, but mud is different.
Cement,
but she's talking about
intimate,
and stuff.
Or get a really good, what is that thing called? The little Roomba that mops
the Roomba thing.
Time.
Yeah.
What if, Bunny, what if, because maybe he just doesn't want to take the couple seconds to like take the shoes off. Maybe wherever he comes in, if you have those booties that you put over your shoes, like when people come to, like when service people come out to your house and they put those on.
Yeah, they put those
maybe
on.
have like some of those at the door and he can just flip those on. Super quick, couple seconds.
You might not. He might just pass them up.
Yeah. I would imagine he will pass them up because the bottom line is, Miss Bunny, which she probably already know. Joe been at this for a long time.
Joe said, "I ain't got time. I'll be putting booties on left and right.
I'm constructing. I got things to do. No,
I think it's a lost cause.
You gotta like meet him at the door and just like stop. We're dealing with these shoes right now. We're putting over boots on or putting on the fuzzy slippers.
Something.
Just stop it before he even tracks it in.
Which is difficult to do. You can't be by the door
every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
It is.
But
it's when you're busy, you go in and out, all day.
He's not thinking.
So. I don't do all that in and out.
Well, but you're not in construction and stuff, neither.
No, I'm not.
Mm-mm.
And he's doing projects and shit, he handy.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Bunny, for that question. Yes.
Thank you for writing in.
Bunny.
And hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Okay.
All right. So are we ready for our Am I the Asshole questions?
I think so. I got a good one. All right. This is question number 1. Am I the asshole for telling my cousin she's overstayed her welcome?
Ooh.
About 2.5 months ago, my older cousin, who's 27-year-old female, and her boyfriend, a 25-year-old male, moved into my house because of certain circumstances. She never says what those circumstances are. I happily accepted them into my home because me and her were always close growing up. I'm 26 years old now, so the cousin is 1 year older than her. I work part-time while still making enough money to pay all my bills and still have more than enough to spend on myself. Good girl.
Yeah.
My cousin, on the other hand, lost her job and her boyfriend is still pulling the I'm trying to work on my business crap. For the first couple of weeks, everything was fine. It wasn't until a full month had passed that I noticed that they weren't exactly the tidy type. I didn't have OCD or anything, so I just kindly told them to start picking up behind themselves and maybe do some chores around the house since they weren't paying rent. For the next few weeks, it was nice, and they did everything I asked of them. It wasn't until the 2-month mark hit that I completely lost it. I had went out of town for just 1 week to meet up with some friends for a wedding and a little time to myself. During that time, they had somehow listed my house on Airbnb, and I came back to it almost completely trashed.
What?
Wait. What? How could they list it on Airbnb?
Shall I read that sentence again?
Please,
Yes.
yeah.
For the next few weeks, it was nice, and they did everything I asked until the 2-month mark. They've been in the house 2 months. I completely lost it. I went out of town for 1 week to meet up with friends for a wedding and for a little time to myself. During that time, they had somehow listed my house on Airbnb, and I came back to it almost completely trashed.
OMG.
Wait, can we pause for a minute?
Wait a minute. You don't want to
Yeah.
read the rest? Let me read the
I'm
rest
trying
first.
to think of this time frame.
Well, wait
A
a minute.
week? You said a week she was gone?
1 week. One
Okay.
week.
Okay.
I, of course, yelled at everyone involved and said some very not nice things. But can you blame me?
No.
My house was very beautiful and cost a pretty penny. The two were almost always respectful, so I never expected them to pull something like that. I called her mom and explained everything to her and tried my best not to just completely throw them out because I didn't want them to be homeless. I guess during my phone call, she decided to make a few calls of her own. I had gotten some very nice and peaceful phone calls from multiple family members, cussing me out and saying that my cousin had called them crying and said that I was trying to throw them out for trying to make some money. I said, F it, and told her, you have overstayed your welcome and is trying to play victim. I want you out by morning.
Yep.
Ever since then, I've been getting many phone calls and text messages blaming me for the whole fiasco. So, am I the asshole?
Nope.
No
Absolutely
way.
not.
Ooh,
No way.
I'd block all them family members too.
all
Yep.
All of them. I wouldn't.
All
I'd
of
be.
'em.
All of them.
I'd be an orphan.
Yeah.
I would not acknowledge any of them motherfuckers.
That
First
is
of all,
insane.
How
Yes.
do you? So where did they go for the time that the people were in the fucking Airbnb?
Right.
Where did they go?
That's
I
where they
wanna
need to go now.
No. I think they shared the
Sometimes
space.
You can rent like
Oh.
a
They were still there.
Not okay.
regardless.
Regardless of that,
Yeah.
first of all, you're living in the house rent free. You don't got a job. The boyfriend don't have a job. The cousin apparently has a job but ain't doing much.
No,
and you're
she
here
doesn't.
for
She didn't have a
2
job.
months.
She lost her job.
Oh, the cousin don't have a job either.
Right. The cousin lost her
house
job and her
should be
boyfriend is still pulling it.
immaculate. It should be immaculate. And the fact that I even had to say anything about you picking up some shit would be the first time that I'd have to say, you know what, y'all got to, you got a timeline.
Mhm.
We got a timeline. And
No.
then to
Okay.
have strangers in my house living without me being aware, first of all, is such a liability. And how can you list a house that's not yours on Airbnb? I don't know. I don't get all
That's
that.
what a lot
I
of the
don't know.
questions under were asking.
Mm.
How could a person, doesn't Airbnb verify the ownership of a home before they put it up on the listing?
Right.
Well,
Because
this
she was
is
not
what
the
I
owner.
think. She was only gone for 1 week.
One
They
week.
had planned
Therefore-
it. They planned
Therefore, they planned this shit.
Right.
She's
this
like, oh,
was
I'm
not-
going out of town December,
Exactly.
This week
November
is
1st
free.
through whatever.
And
And
they
back in
submitted-
October, they set that shit up.
And they
Mm.
submitted an Airbnb application.
Waiting.
So whatever verification, because I'm sure Airbnb does verification. Whatever
Mhm.
verification they got, it was something that they like
They
took of hers or
lied.
used or
Right.
Or she
lied
might
Yeah, they
even
might have
submitted
found
it
or
something.
under
impersonated her.
right.
Right.
She
Put
might
her
have
name.
submitted it under her
Yeah.
name.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so
That's-
another thing, not only do you need to get out, but whatever you got from renting
Right.
You
out
better
my
give
house,
it back to me. Okay.
Run me my stimmy.
Yeah.
run me my stimmy.
And the
Good
money
luck.
they got from Airbnb, where's it
Yes.
at? Because
Run me my stimmy.
people have to provide their credit card. So if the shit gets
Yeah.
trashed, the people can charge that back. You're gonna have to charge this shit because who's paying for me to fix my house?
Yeah.
Well, in a later
Okay,
post,
she was too nice because I'd already
Right.
they'd have been out when I got back and my shit was fucked
Exactly.
in
up.
a
Because
later
then,
post,
on
though,
top of that, why didn't they hurry up and clean the shit up before I got back?
Especially if they're in the house still, sharing
In
the
a-
space.
in a later
That's
post,
like when
the
you're
cousins.
that's like when you're younger and
Hold
your
on, Jay.
parents like go out and you have a house party. You
Right.
make sure the house is cleaned up before they come back home.
Before your parents come back.
Mhm.
Right. So they
No.
would have been out on that, but she was still being nice, talking about why I didn't want to kick them out. They'd have been gone.
This,
They
you know
should.
what? If this was me, this would have been a whole different question. It would have been, would I be the asshole for blocking my entire family? All of them.
Okay, all of them.
Mhm.
Well, in a later post, she did say, I don't know whether she directly asked them for the money, where the money that she got for the Airbnb or whatever. But anyway, she asked for the money for them to pay for all the
Yeah.
repairs and stuff. She didn't get no money.
Of course not.
Nope.
Of
You
course
want to
not.
update?
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh, this is hot.
She's-
This made me hot.
She says, update. Thank you for your comments, and I appreciate the feedback. I have threatened to lawyer up, but they offered to just pay for everything. So I think a non-lawful agreement can be made. Now, what I think happened is, through later comments, I think when this was posted on the original post, that some family members somewhere got wind of it and all the comments people was making, because there was a few suggestions like, y'all, you need to cut this family out your life and that kind of stuff. Then I think the other family members probably told them either y'all got to use that money to pay her back, or they've all chipped in to pay her. That's what I think.
I don't care. I
She
don't
shouldn't
give a
have had to
rat's
threaten.
ass.
Exactly.
I
Yep.
don't give a rat's. If I don't got my money
Mm-hmm.
by such and such a time, I'm getting my lawyer together. Because that's awful. And then all the rest of y'all, I won't be seeing y'all. Bye.
Mhm.
Blocked.
Mhm.
I don't care if they saw the post, rethought their reaction to the post. When you're calling me, cussing me out,
Well, I would suggest this.
I'm done.
The people that had any kind of negative thing to say to her, they need to take her in. They need to take the cousin and
what
the
about
boyfriend
her
in.
mother?
Right.
Yeah.
She
Go
called
live
her
with them.
mother.
Go live
Why
with
isn't
them.
she staying
I
with
have a
her?
feeling the reason why the cousin and boyfriend was living with this original poster is because, number one, they were close as kids. Number two,
well, yeah,
this original poster, she obviously making bank, working part-time, make enough to pay for her house. This is no apartment,
Taking
this is a house.
advantage.
Yeah.
Right. And still have some money to go and like spend for herself and stuff. So she probably, and then when at 2 months in, the cousin is living there with her boyfriend, and the girl still ain't demanded she pay no rent and stuff. Oh, they felt real free to use her.
Free and comfortable.
Yeah, free and
because you know
comfortable.
what? Because
And
the cousin,
abused.
the boyfriend, and probably the rest of the family
The rest of
are
the family.
like, oh,
she got it.
she's got it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
she got it.
exactly what it is, I think. She's
Yeah.
single, not
She's got
married,
plenty.
and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, she got plenty of money.
She'll help you
So she's
out.
not gonna miss
Yeah.
anything.
Terrible.
I know that's probably what it was. So
Woo.
isn't that a mess?
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
what a mess.
That is a mess.
That's a
And it's so
mess.
messy when it's family.
Yep.
And then for her to go and cry the victim. But see, the family didn't
No,
know
right.
the family didn't know about the Airbnb thing until the original poster told them about it.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. Because she wasn't telling them that.
Well, I
The
don't care.
cousin wasn't telling them that when she was crying.
I don't care what if I wanted to throw her out because she ate my lunch. I don't care. If she's not in your house, you ain't got nothing to say to me.
Thank you.
If she not
Exactly.
paying rent at your place or buying groceries at your house or giving you money on the light bill, you ain't got shit to say to me.
Good point.
Yeah.
Not only the cousin, but the dude too.
I know the
And
Right,
both of y'all
exactly.
sorry as hell. Both of y'all trifling. No.
Dang.
I'm trying
And
to
like
start
you
my
said,
business. That's what his answer is.
And like you said, Sister K, the house should be immaculate. Neither one of them, the cousin or the boyfriend, works. So
What they
the
doing?
least you could do,
Right.
What they doing all day?
Mhm.
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
dinner needs to be ready when I get home from work too.
Mhm.
That part.
Yeah. Pay your way.
I shouldn't need to pay for no cleaning service. And I
No,
shouldn't need to pay for no chef to come up in my house.
mm-mm.
And they
When you
live
are,
rent
I mean,
free.
I don't understand it. When
Rent free.
when you are living, when someone's helping you by allowing you to get back on your feet and not have to pay anything, which is a big deal. It's like
Big.
this economy ain't playing. It's a big deal to not have to pay rent, bills, and to be able to build your shit back up, whether you have a job or not.
Mhm.
And for someone to take that and just shit over it and not help out around the house so that the other person doesn't
Mhm.
feel, you need to make yourself as minuscule as possible to keep that
But
blessing going. And for
A
someone
lot
to
of people
not
don't feel
feel
that
that
way.
they have the what's the word, gall, they feel
Mhm.
so high on themselves that they are like, well, I'm owed this, I deserve this.
Entitled.
Thank you,
Entitled.
that's the word.
But it's family. It's because it's family. It's
don't care
because
who it
it's
is.
family. She wouldn't do that for some brand.
That's true.
I'm sure. Family.
That's true.
I mean, I'm sure they was trying to guilt her into all kinds of places.
Yeah.
And this, to her credit, that this 26-year-old girl, I'm not having it. Okay, when she said, I threatened to lawyer up, you know she was telling all of them that. Oh, I'm going to sue your
Mhm.
asses.
Oh yeah.
That got a reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Right.
did.
That's first of all, probably she could lawyer up with
fraud.
Airbnb.
People
because
was
they
asking,
fraudulently
can't
listed
you
her
do
house.
something with
True.
Airbnb?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
they allowed that to
Second
happen.
of all, they
Mhm.
should have notified Airbnb that there was damages in the house, so they would have
Yes.
charged the people who stayed there the money to pay for it.
Mhm.
And if they didn't, and they probably did and kept the money.
Well, of course they
Right.
did.
That's what
They
I
kept
think
the money.
happened.
And all of a sudden they offered to pay for
And
all
then
the damages
and then
stuff.
when you ask them to pay for the damages to be fixed, them bitches say no or ghost your ass.
Until you threaten to
Until
get
you
a
threaten
lawyer.
to sue.
Yes.
I'd
And
So
get
that
my
leads me to
money,
believe.
and I'd
by
be
the
done.
that
time she
leads
threatened
me
to be a lawyer, I mean, they was already out. So, you know.
Right.
What happened is they let Airbnb know that there was damage. So Airbnb let them keep the security deposit. And that's why all of a sudden they're like, oh, no, we'll pay you, because they already got paid.
Trust that money gone. Trust is gone.
Oh, yeah. A family member's
Somebody's
be
gonna have to
paying.
come up off some money
Right.
to pay for this.
They're going to have to come,
Yeah.
That
come
money
out of
is gone.
pocket.
And I'd like to know if they have jobs yet and where they staying.
I
Yes.
doubt it.
No, I don't care.
Because
They're staying with another relative.
Right. They sound like users that want to just get
Mhm.
over.
And I'm sure this girl since she went off on everybody, I'm sure she probably told the family members the same thing, like, oh, y'all take her in then.
Oh yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
don't care where you go.
She live
but
in
you
a
gotta
chill
get
house
out of my
then.
house.
Mhm. I have a feeling.
Oh, that's awful.
I
Let
know.
this be a lesson
It-
for anyone within hearing
it's
range
bad.
of us. Don't
but
do that.
family
Yeah.
members, I mean,
Don't
family
do that to friends. Don't do it to
family
family.
No.
do
If
that
someone is
though.
blessing you
Everybody
with
got
something-
one of them users
Mhm.
in their family.
If someone
Everybody
is
got
blessing you
one.
with something, don't do that.
I
No.
know.
Don't
know.
do that.
But family does that shit.
Take care of them because it
Mm.
is hard out
Yeah.
in these streets, as you
Yeah.
know, because you homeless.
Right.
So if someone's giving you a place
Really?
to stay,
Yes.
Yeah.
do everything you can to make it as comfortable for them as
Mhm.
possible.
Mhm.
Huh.
You see the standard of how they live. That's how you are a
Yes.
guest.
And use it
Exactly.
right, like use it to actually do better.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And don't be dragging your damn boyfriend with you to live with a relative.
that's-
Hell, he a man. Shit. Go get
Yeah.
your own shit.
Find a new boyfriend too, sounds
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. One that
like. That's a
works.
whole
Okay,
Yeah,
when
one
you
that
get-
works.
When you get your business together, I don't care what you do. You could work at Mickey D's, the grocery store. You got to do
A
something
lot of people work
until you
and
get your
get their
business
business on the
together
side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we know that that's just a lie anyway.
It is.
You don't want to work.
Mm-mm.
And her
Mm-mm.
sorry ass with his ass, too.
Mhm.
She don't want to work.
Go
either.
ahead, go stay with his
obviously,
family.
The cousin
Right.
was
Well,
making all the money while he was living up off of her.
Mm-hmm.
but like the poster said, the cousin lost her job too.
That's what I'm saying. So obviously she was the one making all the money and paying all the bills because he wasn't working.
He was leeching
I
out.
want to know what
been
kind of
working on his
business he's
business.
still trying to get
That
going.
would be interesting. That would be interesting to know.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that'd be interesting. All right.
That was
Next.
good, Sister J.
That was a
Certainly
good one.
Not the asshole lady.
Not
No, you are
at
not the
all.
asshole. They ought to be glad it wasn't me.
It wouldn't have been me.
It wouldn't have been. That's why I
It
said it
wouldn't
would
have
have been a
been.
whole different am I the asshole question if it was me.
Just
No, I
no.
wouldn't even have wrote in because I just said, no, I'm not already. I don't need to write in just to find out if I know nobody. Shit.
All right.
All right.
Okay, let me go next with my question.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Am I the asshole for being more excited for my daughter-in-law's pregnancy than my daughter's?
Oh.
Okay, I feel awful, but things are what they are. I'm a 55-year-old woman, and my son D, who's 26, and his wife J, who's 30, announced to me over Thanksgiving that they are expecting their second child in 6 years. My husband, 65,
6
and
months.
I were,
The second
6
child
years.
second child in 6
in the
years.
6 years that they've been together, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My husband and I were ecstatic because Jay has endometriosis, and having
Oh.
children is a struggle for her.
Yeah, that is.
She
Oh.
has one 4-year-old son, Grayson,
Okay.
and my son and a 4-year-old son, Grayson, with my son, and he has a daughter from a failed relationship, Sarah, who's 6. They
Okay.
also have 2 adopted children, Tim, who's 8, and Gregory, who's 7, who were
Wow.
foster kids that they were taking
Wow.
care of.
Okay.
For clarity, she was already a foster parent when they met because she
Okay.
thought she couldn't have kids, and these boys have no family to reunite
Oh.
with.
Okay.
So
That
they
was
got a
good
full
of her.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was good of her, though.
They have
Yes.
4, about to
Mhm.
have 5.
Yeah.
Yes. They are a happy family and they all love each other. My son is a businessman and making very good money, and she is a hairdresser and they live quite comfortably. My daughter, B, 28-year-old female, is a librarian, and her husband, K, is a construction worker.
Okay.
Here's the problem. My son and his wife announced their pregnancy. Jay was crying and told me she was having a second son and they were going to name him Dustin because it meant thunderstone and lightning struck twice, giving her 2 healthy boys. We were
Aw.
thrilled and my son cried. Then my daughter B, who always likes to be the center of attention, clears her throat and says, "I'm pregnant too. 9 kids and counting!" Exclamation point. And I
9? 9?
let me just keep going.
B has 9 kids.
Wait. My daughter, for context, is not well off, although middle class, and she is always hoping to get on TV or some version or other. The next Kate Gosselin, she says.
Why would you aspire to be her?
I congratulated my daughter, who then cheered, "3 more, and I'll be catching up to you, Mom." I laughed that off and asked my daughter-in-law if she needed anything. Essentially, or so my daughter and her husband, Kay, felt ignoring their happy news. Wait a
They
second.
felt that she was ignoring their news.
Right.
Yeah, sorry.
See, that's
And
why
I
I don't read off my phone.
Yeah, I'm reading it off the computer, but it's anyway.
Yeah.
And I told her that while yes, I am happy for her, this was a huge moment for Jay, and she could have told me privately that she did not always have to be the focus of every family moment. B rolled her eyes and said that Jay, having fertility issues, did not make her baby any less important than her own. I agreed and told her that while this is true, Jay, having struggled and suffered problems for years with her first husband, including 4 miscarriages, not my son, did in fact make this quite an occasion. Kay rolled his eyes and said that she wasn't special for having... What? Oh, no.
What?
She said... or the husband rolled his eyes and said, she's nothing special. I made them both leave immediately. And what? I'm getting confused because she just has initials for all of the kids.
Oh, okay.
So she made them both
Just read
leave
it.
immediately while B called me an uncaring asshole and a terrible grandparent. My husband, son, and daughter-in-law were on my side, saying it was their moment and agree. But was I the asshole? Should I have been more excited for my daughter?
Oh.
So let me get
right.
this straight. So the mom and
I'm
dad
confused, Sister A. Dang.
This is what I'm getting. So the mom and dad have 12 kids?
Apparently, because the daughter
And
said
so
three more. I'm caught up with you.
And
Right.
so the daughter has 9
So the daughter has
children?
9 going on
Why
10.
would you keep
No,
getting
this is going to be
pregnant?
9. This is going to be 9.
Oh, this is going to be 9.
9
But
she
kids.
said
so
she
you
wants-
got 8 kids
She
and
has
you get
8.
pregnant again?
She said she wants to be like
Like her mom.
her mom.
Or Kate,
No, she wants to be like
Kate
Kate
Gosselin.
Gosselin,
Yeah.
who had 8 kids.
That's your reasoning for one, so you can get on TV?
I say get some
So
therapy.
you know what? No, I'm
Right.
not happy. Get over it.
No.
I'm more happy and to celebrate.
Yeah.
I'm
Your
happy-
daughter-in-law.
Who's
happy
been
for
going
you
through
to have
fertility
a
issues
happy
and has
child and be-
endometriosis.
Yeah.
And they seem more humble and grateful.
Mm.
Well, the
anyway.
whole point was this daughter has a history. History means repeated behavior of always wanting to be the center of attention.
Yes.
Like I said, everybody got a family member like that. At least one. But
they should have known better to do it separately.
exactly.
The mom and dad, they're pregnant
Exactly.
again.
Because you
Probably
already
so
know.
excited.
Of
I
course.
know. I know.
Oh, there's nothing to me, there's nothing negative about the brother and his wife announcing it during Thanksgiving. That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and because the whole family's gathered there and stuff, and everybody's happy for them. But this daughter, obviously, there are some deep issues that need to be addressed in some therapy with her. Because,
Yeah.
She's having kids just to get the numbers up, it sounds like.
Right.
That's not a good reason.
And to get on
No.
TV.
Right.
No.
Right.
And to be on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why you would aspire to that.
I don't
That's
either.
She was horrible on TV. She like her
but that's some insecure inner
reputation
stuff.
is tatters.
She needs attention.
Exactly. That's some inner stuff that has to do with her and how she perceives how she is treated and not anybody else outside of her. You know what I'm saying? So until she addresses that, it's going to always be the same. But poor little kids, though, I wonder how are they treated? At 8, you got 8 kids already. How are they spaced?
Yeah.
You know, are they 1 year each year? You know, are they 12 months apart?
It don't matter. That's 8 effing children.
8 children, and you're pregnant with
And you're about to
another
have
one.
9.
That's
First
just
of all,
ridiculous.
that's hard
and your
on the
husband
body.
Your husband works construction, and you're a librarian.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Wow. I mean,
Children
it's pretty
take a
clear
lot of
who's-
money.
Who's the issue?
That's a
in
lot of
this
wear and tear on the
question.
body, too.
That's
Yes,
the body.
it is.
Because it's a that's a lot for your body to go through.
Mhm.
And
So
it says
you're-
she's only 28. So
Yeah, I did.
she's
Oh, that's
cranking 'em out.
right.
So
And
she's
she's
got some
older.
multiples in there.
She's older than
Maybe.
the brother.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
some twins,
Yeah.
Twins
triplets.
or triplets. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
No, I thought the daughter was 30 and brother was 28.
The
No,
daughter's
the brother's
28.
wife is 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
The son is 26.
Right.
Okay. And
the
how
daughter's
Years
28.
younger.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, she's got to have multiples in there.
That's true.
No, she
Yeah.
don't. She could have started early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know,
that's true.
people, some people have them in
That's
the same
true.
year because
That's true.
it happens.
Irish
it happens
twins,
all the
as
time.
they say.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a
Mm.
hard situation. But for that mom, the lady who's writing in, she's
Yeah.
just going to have to have
Let
a
her
talk
daughter
with
be
her.
mad.
Yeah, let her daughter be mad. Maybe have a talk, and maybe even think of inside of her mind, like, am I really, like, she even says she's really excited for them because the daughter-in-law has had so many issues. This other
Right.
one's got 8 kids. She's trying to get on
Yeah.
TV. Obviously, she
Right.
doesn't approve of that reasoning. So she is more excited for the daughter-in-law. She is more excited for that baby to come than a 9th grandchild on her daughter's side. And just be
Mhm.
honest with her and say, look, I feel like you're having children for the wrong reasons. It's my
Yes.
opinion.
Mhm.
So if it came across that way to you, I apologize, but this is how I feel. If you're angry about it, okay, fine. Bam.
Right. Yeah.
And go on about your life.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, obviously, the daughter did it to one up the brother.
Yes.
Of course.
Otherwise, she would have had a private conversation later.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
even the next day and said, well, I didn't want to take I didn't want to take from their joy and happiness. So I just wanted to tell you also that, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
too. No,
Mhm.
she wanted the
She
attention.
piped
Ooh,
right
that's a
up
lot.
after
She
the first
wanted the
announcement.
attention
Yeah.
and she wanted to. I have a feeling that probably growing up, she always wanted to one up the brother,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Or she just didn't like splitting their parents' attention.
Yeah.
Nah,
Some
I think it
kids
has to
have-
do with the siblings.
Well, and
Right,
if there's 12
it is.
kids,
Well,
Because
there's 12 of them. So
they're not getting much attention.
They're not getting
Right.
much.
Yeah.
So
Right.
she's craving it. Starved
Yeah.
for it, apparently.
Dang. What
Well,
a mess.
that's a lot. All
Yeah,
I'm thinking
that's
is,
too bad.
how
Mhm.
do you house that many children? Like, how big does your effing house have to be to have that many children?
That's too many.
How do you feed all the mugs?
Mhm. Mhm.
I was struggling with one.
Yeah.
She
One.
said, well,
How are you, having
both
nine?
parents do work, and she said, they're modest. They live in a modest home and stuff. So at least they're able to like feed them and house, provide a home for them and stuff.
They gotta be having hand-me-down. They gotta be wearing each other. I mean,
Yes.
you cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How can you handle that many kids? I just don't know.
I don't know.
They probably wild as fuck. Wild as
Maybe they live on a farm and they just
Oh,
get
yeah.
out and all over.
We get-
They probably wild
get
as hell. Can you
Wait
imagine?
a minute. You don't know
Milking
nothing about
cows.
the kids. And
Wait a minute.
No.
Sister K. Sister
No.
K is always trying to add
And-
information to the
No, I'm trying to understand. Like, I have questions that
But you
y'all
don't
don't
get
have
that
these questions.
information. Why are
No.
you even speculating?
No, my thing is, I have a curious mind. I want to know the extra
Oh,
information. Like,
Needs
how do
more
you
info.
take care of these kids? What are you doing? Like,
That ain't the question. The question, stay on topic.
when they get to school age, how old are they? When they get to school age, how are you buying all the supplies for these little mugs?
low mugs.
Go down the Dollar
School-
Tree.
Back to school shopping. Like, they all gonna need
12 pencils for $1.
$1.25.
Yes,
But back
$1.25
then,
now.
It was $1.
Yeah.
Although here in Texas, anyway, we got stores called the 99-cent store. Now that's still $1.
There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Dollar
Well,
Tree done
just
went
like-
up, but the 99-cent store is still 99 cents. Bad thing in there.
That's what they'd have to do. I just don't
Yeah.
understand I don't know how you do it.
You got to find
And I mean,
ways.
And the fact that this lady is obviously, having had 12 11 siblings, she probably understands the fact that when you have that many, it's hard to split your attention equally.
So why is she doing the same?
Yeah, so why is she doing the same?
Especially
Good
as the
point.
mom, she wants to be the center of attention. Screw the kids.
Right.
I want to know what
Yeah.
the daddy is saying, her husband.
Well,
The
he's
daddy
the one
just
that got
sitting
it all
there.
wound up.
Yeah, daddy just.
If I was him, I'd be like, honey, I'm going on a fishing trip with the boys. And I'd be over at the clinic getting my shit snipped on the low. Honey, something.
Stop the madness.
No. Hey, men don't even neuter their male dogs, so you know he ain't gonna
Yeah,
do it.
they got a problem with
Yeah,
tying the tubes.
they don't even want to neuter the male dog.
Yeah.
Anyway, not the asshole.
All right.
Yeah, not the asshole.
You're up,
No.
LM.
All right. Am I the asshole for wanting to Photoshop my stepdaughter out of our wedding photos?
Oh,
Shit.
All right. I just married my wife. We've been together for 2 years. She has a daughter. The daughter is 18 months old from a previous relationship. Bio dad isn't in the picture.
Okay.
The 18-month-old daughter was going to be our flower girl. We arranged for her regular babysitter to stay with her during the ceremony and take her home for the reception. But right when the wedding started, she had a meltdown and only wanted her mom. So my wife held her through the entire wedding ceremony. She got hungry and cranky, so my wife tried passing her off to the babysitter so she could have a snack, but she wasn't having it. So my wife held her daughter while her daughter was eating a Ziploc bag of dry cereal during our wedding ceremony.
Oof.
She was also with my wife throughout the reception. We just got the pictures back, and a lot of them have the baby eating cereal on my
Cheerios.
wife's hip. I told my wife I want to Photoshop her out of some of the pictures and post and keep the Photoshop ones to at least make it look like the wedding went the way that we planned it. My wife thinks the pictures with her daughter are cute and wants to keep them. She doesn't see why we would Photoshop anybody out of our wedding pictures. I told her I want the pictures to look a little more elegant, and a baby eating cereal out of a Ziploc bag isn't exactly elegant. She's upset now because she thinks I'm trying to erase her daughter and is currently sleeping in her daughter's room.
Oh,
Am I the asshole?
I don't think so.
Really, Sister A?
Yeah.
Why?
I think that that's a reasonable request. Not all of the wedding pictures have to erase her, but it would be nice just to have husband and wife together.
He says the baby was like on his wife's hip during the ceremony and the reception.
So they have
Hence
no
the
pictures of them
Photoshop.
by themselves.
He doesn't say,
Right.
Erase mode.
but it seems like if they Photoshop, that was the wife's thing. If they Photoshop the daughter out, then there's not going to be the daughter in
any pictures, you mean?
Yeah.
I think it's doable. Technology is very advanced this day and age. So.
It's doable
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
doable.
I
apparently.
think,
But is
just
he the
have one
asshole?
picture. He's not the asshole. I don't think so. No.
Okay.
This is a hard one because
It is.
first of all, even if the baby was fussy or, first of all, a wedding is chaotic. There's a lot going on. And I'm sure they were getting ready from the crack of dawn. So the baby probably tired. So I would have made, having an 18-month-old, that's
18-month-old should not have been at the
you
wedding.
should have already had a plan of, if you're at a hotel, wherever you're getting married, having a little side room where she can go take a nap. That's why you got the
registered babysitter was already there. Yeah, she should not have even been in the wedding.
Y'all are slightly the asshole, you and your wife, for not allowing your baby to take a nap. and let the babysitter handle her screaming and hollering or whatever.
Right. Just
You should have already had that set up in your wedding plans, knowing you have a tiny child.
And you know,
Who's
an
not gonna be able to
18-month-old
be
is
there
not going
all
to be
day
no
long.
flower girl. Why would you even set that up? An 18-year-old. Barely
18
walking.
months.
She
They might have
barely
had
walking. What you going to do? Teeter down the aisle with the flowers? Come on now.
18 months, they can walk pretty well.
No,
At that Yeah, they can.
Not all.
Anyway, I just
No,
feel like
not all.
they should have had some plan for that
Yeah.
so they could go on with the ceremony. I don't know that photoshopping her out is going to be like, maybe, I'm sure he didn't say one picture. He probably said multiple.
It's not one picture. It's all of them.
I don't think he wants
Oh,
to, he doesn't
see.
want to Photoshop her out of all of them though, does
All
he?
of them? He wants the whole thing for her out?
He wants. I told my wife I wanted to Photoshop her out of some of the pictures.
Okay.
So the one where the
Yeah.
yes.
And of course the wife isn't going to think anything. That's her baby.
My
So you
opinion
say
is,
he is the asshole then.
I think
my
they're both
opinion
assholes.
is he is not the asshole, and I would have already photoshopped her ass out of all of them.
Do it
But
myself.
however, since
all
he
of them.
wait a minute, since he said some, then yes, you should Photoshop her out. The wife didn't have sense enough to hand that baby off to the damn babysitter.
Babysitter.
Or
Right.
even her mama or somebody while she's standing at the altar getting married, saying some vows. Come
Right.
on now, how ignorant is that?
Yeah.
Right.
How ignorant is
Yeah.
that? And
Mhm.
then to have an 18-month-old baby at a wedding reception with all that music and loudness and people talking and drinking. Oh, hell no. You are
Well-
not the asshole.
Well, the plan was for the babysitter to stay with the baby at the wedding. And then
But that's
she
just-
wasn't supposed to be at the reception at all.
Exactly.
But this is the thing though.
That was the original
All
plan.
parents know the kids act differently when you're there and they can see you
Horse.
versus when you leave like the daycare center or whatever.
Horse.
As soon as they see you, they're going to want you.
Of course.
So having her at the reception or the wedding with the babysitter holding her, even your mother holding her, she's going to say, mommy, mommy, mommy.
Exactly.
You're going to have to remove her from the whole situation
Yeah, that's what they should
and lay
have.
her down
Exactly.
somewhere. Her ass was tied.
Yeah.
Look, when babies get to whining and shit, at least this is my, maybe I was wrong. But whenever my daughter was whining a lot, I was like, you must be tired. It's time to go to bed because we're playing, we're doing stuff. So you got to be tired if you're whining and crying. It's,
well,
Putting Devin
no,
in
that
bed
baby
every
was tired. I'm like, it's time to bed.
the point is, this is really sad for this new wife
yeah.
to be sleeping in her daughter's room. You done got a man
Right.
to marry your ass, and you got an 18-month-old baby from another man, and he's willing not only to love you and your child, and then you fuck up his wedding like that. No.
I'm with Sister J.
No, she was fucked up for that shit.
First of
You
all,
ought to feel grateful, baby.
I'm with Sister J.
Grateful? No.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Hell,
Listen,
shoulda
he could have
had-
kept it
if
moving.
she don't have
This is
sense enough-
not a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old. This is
Exactly.
a fresh out the womb baby.
Ooh, baby, 18 months old.
Yeah.
18
That's what I'm saying.
months
They
old.
should have had
a
provisions. set
brand
up.
new
So-
baby. And for them to be getting married, he probably met her when the baby was less than a year old.
He said they were together for
2
2
years.
years.
Okay, so she done had that
So
baby.
he came
she
with
was
the baby
pregnant
bump.
when
She
they
was
met
pregnant when they got
by
together.
She was
somebody
pregnant.
else.
Yep.
And he didn't run and leave her ass.
Well, he said the bio dad isn't in the picture.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So she done had this baby, and he know it ain't his, but he gonna marry her anyway and make a home for her and this baby. And your response to his request is, I'm gonna go sleep in the baby girl room. Yeah, do that.
That is petty with a capital P.
Yeah, do that.
It
I
is.
say annulment. Can you say A for annulment?
Oh.
And you need to go.
Wow. Wow.
Oh,
Damn,
oh,
Jay
hell
is
no.
talking about
Oh,
divorcing.
I'm telling you, this is going to be an issue
It is. It is.
I
throughout
feel
their
like
whole
It is.
marriage.
it's
Well, the fact-
already an issue. And I feel like by this happening at the wedding
Yes.
is
gonna get
the
worse.
biggest red flag. Because
Hey,
you
bullseye
can't
red.
even
Mm-mm.
be
Have an
silly is
hour
that
to
for
yourself.
for you to be holding your crying 18-month-old at the altar.
Yeah.
At the
saying
altar
those
and
vows
allowing
to a
her
man.
to be chomping on some cereal, dried cereal, getting crumbs on your wedding dress,
And thinks
Oh, hell
it's
no.
cute.
and think
He
it's
said
cute.
the wife thinks the pictures with her daughter are cute.
Big
That's
red
not
A for
cute.
annulment, baby. You better
That's not cute.
run.
Well, but I don't like.
I would Photoshop her out of all
All of 'em, baby. All of 'em.
Wait. Okay, so
and the wife.
the way. Okay. See, I think the wife is the asshole and him because
Well, yeah, but that ain't the question.
He's
The
been
question is he
listen.
the asshole?
he. Yes, slightly because of the way he's phrasing this shit. He's like, I would like the pictures to be more
Sped up.
elegant and not have this baby with a
Yeah.
Ziploc bag. Well, what do you want her to eat the cereal out of, dude?
It is
What
what
you
it is. It was
Right.
a Ziploc bag. How
It
else
was
do
a
you want him
Ziploc
to
bag.
word it?
But why he have to even word it? Why
Yeah,
couldn't?
but it
He's
wouldn't have been any
helping-
better in a
No.
little container or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
because then the baby would have dropped the container and it would have been
And roll down the aisle.
It was everywhere.
But wait, this is my thing. If they've been together this long, he's helped raise this baby. I don't know if they
Yeah.
lived together beforehand or not, but whatever. He's been around this baby a lot.
Yeah.
So why couldn't he have suggested, or if she didn't, as a dumbass, they're both dumb.
He's been
Like,
there
you
since birth,
already-
obviously.
Yes,
Should have-
obviously.
Right.
Obviously.
Give yourself a fucking hour to finish the ceremony at
Yeah.
least.
He should have put his foot down and said,
Like, what do they do if they go
Please.
out? Like, do they leave her with a babysitter overnight? Like, they want to take a date out? They should have just thought of it that
No.
way.
During the
Yes.
ceremony, when the baby started crying and being cranky, the babysitter, because at this point, the babysitter's the asshole too, because you're not doing your job.
She should have taken her
So
out.
you
Remove
should have
that
taken
child,
the
yeah.
baby out
Just
of
like
the ceremony.
in church.
So
You take
yes,
that baby out in the vestibule.
Take the baby out.
Okay.
Take the baby out. Don't disrupt the wedding ceremony.
Exactly.
Then the baby can't see the mom or him up there,
Mhm.
and go back home or hotel room or wherever.
But like Sister Kay said, though, whatever venue this is, I'm sure they had a side room somewhere.
They
Mhm.
should
She could have went in there.
to
They
accommodate
should've.
her. And
Or
even if
go
you could have,
home.
even if you could have
Yeah.
heard her crying
Go
from the wherever they had her, okay, but you could at least
It's
still get
better
on with the
than-
ceremony.
Yes.
She would have cried for 5-10 minutes. This is my question. So this
That's
is why
ruined.
the extra
Ruined.
questions come in handy. Because what happens at night
Here we go.
when this baby
Here
is
she go.
tired? Do you lay down
Yeah,
with
here
the
she go.
baby to get the baby to sleep? Do you lay down and rub her back every time? Does she sleep in the bed with y'all? Because it sounds like the baby can't be without the mama and then be able to go to sleep on her own.
Tough.
That baby needed
Who
to
knows?
go
We
to
don't
sleep,
know,
that's all
unfortunately.
I'm saying.
Well, if
You
he's
know,
not
with
willing to
special
go ahead and
occasion.
get that annulment, then if I was him and she's and she's sleeping,
You need
in the
to
baby-
write into this
Right.
man, Sister J.
Wait a minute.
Tell him what you're thinking.
If he's not willing to do that,
You're like, listen,
then
dude.
if I was him, I would ignore her. Yeah, go sleep in there. Mhm.
No, I mean, you're married at this point.
Yeah, that's
You can't
that's
ignore
not gonna
her
help
for fucking
anything.
life.
No, we're freshly married. The ink isn't dry. So hey.
I say
He
annulment,
knew
baby.
what he was getting into, by
See,
the way.
this
No,
is
we didn't.
Sister A,
Obviously.
I have
I
a
bet he
feeling
did.
there's been some signs before this.
I'm sure
I have-
there have
Yeah,
been.
probably.
And why didn't when the baby started crying with the babysitter, how come the mom or mother-in-law or someone else,
Somebody.
shit, even a bridesmaid,
Yes.
go get
Yeah.
that baby and take her out? Somebody, please.
Let these two people get married
Yes.
themselves. Yes.
But to stand
So
at the
you know
altar,
they didn't have no
literally.
honeymoon.
Well, how could they?
How?
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
No.
Mhm.
Big
He
ass
signed up
annulment,
for
baby.
a lot, that guy.
You better get an annulment.
You got to write in, Sister J. Let us know what he says.
Any updates?
Yeah,
I'm scrolling
What was
through.
people saying?
Most people were saying that someone should have just taken the baby out of the ceremony as soon as the baby started crying.
Hello.
But most people are saying that he is the asshole.
Oh.
And that it's a shitty thing for him to do by removing her from the pictures.
Well, you know how when they after the wedding,
remove her.
when they go off and you take wedding
white
photos, where's that? Do they
And
have
then
wedding
some people are
photos?
saying, only take her out of some and keep her in
But that's
others
what he
and
said
put
originally.
Yeah.
Clean up a few pictures, just the
But
two of
like
you.
Sister A said, I mean, technology is such that
you'll
take
never
her
even
out
know.
of some, and you can still have the wife can still have a whole picture album with all the pictures in it with the baby.
Someone else made an interesting point. When the kid grows up, she will be told the story of how her mom had to say her vows with her in her arms. How will they justify to her if they Photoshop her from the photos? How will the child feel then?
She'll be fine.
She'll be all right.
Because there'll be plenty of other pictures with her.
Oh, you know what?
Pictures.
Believe me, way before the kid is old enough to know, trust me, mom's going to have a preference for the kid over the husband. He
already.
I'm telling you. He is.
Okay, now look, y'all. That's normal.
Is the mom.
This is not
That's
going to last.
normal to love your kids differently than you love your husband.
No, but she's going to make a difference.
But
Why?
it's not about loving the kid more than she loves
That's
him.
not what I'm saying.
It's about compromise.
Exactly.
And
I have
if she can't put her foot down enough to say, babysitter, can you take, the baby out? But if your answer is to literally hold the baby during the wedding ceremony and give her a Ziploc bag of cereal.
She sure did. Yeah. Well, that's what she did.
Yeah.
No.
Ooh,
no.
I'm surprised people are thinking he's an asshole for asking for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into the last Am I the Asshole question. And this one is, am I the asshole for not crossing the street with my dog?
I saw that one.
Did you? I, 35 female, was walking my dog and pushing my 4-month-old son in his stroller just to get some air. My husband, Mike, 39 male, was with our other 3 kids holding down the fort. My dog is a mutt and weighs about 90 pounds. His vet thinks he's a lab mix of some kind. He's the sweetest dog on the planet and so patient with my kids who are all under 7 while he is around 11 years old. Oh, it's an older dog.
Yeah.
Cute. While heading back toward my house, there was a couple walking their smaller dog, a terrier of some kind, I think, on the same side of the street as I am. The couple was maybe 2 or 3 houses from me at the time when they yelled "cross" at me over and over. My house was between me and the couple at the time. I stopped for a second and figured they were yelling to let me know they were crossing the street, so I kept with my dog and stroller towards home. I had no intention of crossing the street since I was on the same side of the street as my house and had my infant son with me. The man became kind of aggressive with me while I kept trying to get to my house and kept yelling "cross" over and over. I tried to explain that he was standing in front of my house and I wanted to get my baby home. He told me he didn't care and it wasn't his problem. About this point, my husband had come outside. That's how loud this guy was, and told him to leave me alone. This guy turned to my husband and started screaming in his face. Honestly, I was scared of this man. He kept going on and on about I had no manners and that since I had the bigger dog, it was my responsibility to cross when coming up on others with smaller dogs. My dog has never been aggressive with anyone or any other dogs. Like I said, we have 4 kids under 7 and we have 2 cats. He's a sweet boy. During the entire ordeal, my dog just sat down next to me and the baby. He was leashed, unlike their dog, and super calm while their little dog was running all around barking constantly.
Yeah, because
Mike
it's a
told-
terrier.
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
Mike told them to get off our property as the man had gotten in his face and was in our front yard to allow me, my dog, and our baby to come back home. At this point, my next door neighbor, whose house I had stopped in front of during the confrontation, came out as well. He basically escorted the three of us up my driveway so I could get my baby inside, who had started crying with all the noise.
Yeah.
Before the man and his wife finally left, he called me an asshole for not following common courtesy and crossing the street. I don't feel like I should have been expected to, since I was going home and only a few houses down from my house when this first all started. Am I the asshole?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
First of all, if they didn't have their dog leashed, that's
Right.
against the city ordinance and most subdivisions. Number one. Number
No
two,
matter the size.
right? Number two, yeah, no matter the size.
Right.
Number two, did this motherfucking asshole not see your baby in a stroller?
Yeah, why are you harassing a woman who's walking her baby as well?
Oh, please. I know your husband wanted to deck this food.
Can I just say, I absolutely love how the husband came outside to her defense.
Yes.
Yes.
And the neighbor.
And the neighbor.
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yes.
And what was the wife doing? The other wife?
Yeah.
Standing there probably because he probably belittles her and
And
intimidates
yells
her.
at her.
Gets into it
Obviously,
with everybody.
he felt real comfortable doing that shit.
He sure did, didn't he?
He didn't know that.
So-
He didn't know if that husband came out with a gun or nothing.
So I'm not a dog walker and I don't walk dogs, but
I do.
is that the thing where you yell
No.
cross? Is
I've
that
never heard that.
No,
Such a
first of
thing.
all, when I was walking my dog, and Jade was like about 50 pounds. And when I would walk her and there was another dog coming, usually that person crossed the street. But even if they didn't, I would just, and especially if it's a terrier, I would ask my dog to sit and I would have her collar and I'd wait till they passed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I certainly would never ask anyone who is pushing a baby or even walking with a baby to cross the street. I would be the one, and I have crossed the street with my dogs when there was a woman or a family walking small kids, because small kids kind of lunge and stuff.
Mhm.
But especially somebody pushing a stroller, baby 4-month-old, her son 4-month-old, he was in a baby carrier stroller.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you talking about cross.
I've never heard of this rule, but I do know that when I would walk my dog, I wouldn't cross. I would just kind of, sometimes you go in the grass or you go at least to the edge of the sidewalk where the grass meets so that you can both pass each other and just kind of hold your dog tighter so they're not trying to lunge.
That's what I would do. I would just hold her collar.
Unless it's a dog that you're scared of, like a huge dog. If you're scared of a big dog, then you would cross. You wouldn't tell them to cross,
And especially some unleashed terrier. Right. Terrier dogs think that they are Great Danes, but they're not.
They do.
But that's their mindset. And so I'm sure that little thing was barking from 2 blocks away.
Probably.
Meanwhile, her dog is sitting there quietly.
Sitting there.
Calm.
By the baby.
A lot of bigger dogs are very calm.
Yeah, they're very calm.
Mm-hmm.
And especially her dog was 11 years old. That's getting older for a dog.
He said, look, I ain't got time for these shenanigans.
He said, hey, I'm sitting down.
But I'm sure because he's 11 and she mentioned that he's really good with the kids. He was also, he was calm, but he was also protecting her and the baby.
I'm sure, because she said he sat right down by the baby. By the baby stroller.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. That man was so lucky.
He was.
That the husband didn't come out there just with a bat swinging.
Right.
Or
and
with
he would have had
gun.
a right to because it was on his property.
Yeah. Exactly. On his property. Or especially when the man got in the husband's face, the neighbor didn't come out with a gun or a bat and swinging.
Yeah.
He's awful lucky. And he's one of them kind you're going to read about later. Got shot in the street.
Well, the thing that
on
gets
somebody's
me,
property, because trust me, he's done this before. Probably.
Yeah.
the thing that gets me and him doing that is he's yelling at this woman, obviously with a baby
A baby.
and her dog. He doesn't want to be the one to move, but he's yelling at her. And then he kept yelling at the husband. So he wasn't scared of nobody, apparently.
Mhm.
So to me, my brain, the way my brain works, I'd be like, okay, now this man knows that I live here.
Yeah.
Because we're in front of my
yeah.
house. What is this man who's obviously off
Ooh.
gonna do?
Like that road rage shit.
Right. So that's what my fear would be.
But
like,
I bet your hubby done thought of that.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully. I'd have brought my phone, honey.
Record.
Yeah.
And make sure that if anything,
but that's a good point. Yeah, now he knows.
That's my worry. I always think about, okay, if I do have an altercation with someone somewhere and they're obviously off, like it's beyond normal, them knowing like what car I drive or where I live or whatever would kind of freak me out, because you don't know if people are fucking crazy.
Yeah,
you don't know what they'll do.
People are ready to snap.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Right. He didn't know this man from Adam. That man could have come out with a gun. You on his property too? Boom, boom.
But he crazy though. So that means that he would. To me, he's the one that's off. So he's the one that might be likely to do something. He's obviously volatile. And if the wife was standing there and not like, honey, okay, we're here now. Let them get in the house or whatever. She didn't say boo shit.
Yeah.
Which means obviously
boo shit.
He probably got her scared as hell.
Of course.
Lord, today.
Not the asshole.
Was there any asshole? Yeah, not the asshole. No, was there any update?
No, there's no update. I didn't even read all the comments. I
know. Hey, we can just imagine.
Yeah.
But a couple of them are saying, I've never heard of this rule with the person with the bigger dog has to cross the street.
Okay.
No.
And if he said, and even if it was a rule, it'd be trumped by the mom pushing an infant in a stroller.
Exactly. Yeah.
How ridiculous. And their dog was off the leash too.
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing.
And they're the one that have the problem.
And then somebody said, exactly, my Chihuahua is getting better, but he's very reactive with it.
Chihuahua, yeah.
Oh yeah, those Chihuahuas are shit.
That was your
I
dog,
had a Chihuahua too, and I could walk my little Chihuahua with Jade, who was 50 pounds, and walk them together, and you would have thought she was the big dog.
I remember
just a strutting.
When my daughter was about 2 or 3, living in this apartment. It was like a garden apartment, and you had to. The way you parked, you could kind of park in front, but you had to walk around because it kind of went down a step. But there was this other building here, and this lady lived on the corner, would always let her 2 Chihuahuas loose and just let them out the door like you would a fucking cat. And they would just chase people. And I remember her being scared of these Chihuahuas because they would chase us. Now, I knew they weren't going to do nothing because they were Chihuahuas. They like to get right up on your heel and then back up and stuff. But they would run and bark and act like they were going to bite you as you're trying to get to your. I'm like, why would this lady let these fucking dogs out? Knowing this is how Chihuahuas act. And even when I had a Chihuahua later in life, you know, when people come to the house, you either got to keep them on a leash, or they're gonna be chomping on some ankles, and they did chomp on a couple ankles. Sorry, let me get her real quick. So you just know this about little dogs. So I don't understand why they would have that dog loose walking the neighborhood
with no leash.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
And then be keeping up a fuss.
It's especially the stroller with the baby in it.
The stroller with the baby.
That's your key.
Woman.
You could see that from 2 blocks away.
Yeah,
their asses should already been across the street.
Yes.
Yeah, because either way, there's no way to share the fucking sidewalk with a fucking stroller and a dog.
That's true. It's not.
Them strollers is big.
They're big.
So yeah, there's no update. I don't see any original poster comments or anything. So somebody is saying you need to report it.
Yeah.
Your HOA and the police.
Yeah.
So he must probably live in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
He has to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's probably
Walking his
why
dog
it's a
there.
good idea to report it. And
Yeah.
especially like Kay
I
said,
would.
because now the man know where you
y'all
live.
live.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
ain't
I'm
no telling.
sure
You might
the
encounter this
neighbors-
fool again if you're walking.
but see, I'm sure
Mhm.
the neighbor is doing a bolo. What you
What's
bet?
that?
Oh, of
Be on
course.
the
Be on the
lookout.
lookout.
Oh,
Yep.
I bet he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
For that very reason.
yeah.
Because they got
Mhm.
3 little kids or
Mhm.
4 kids because she had the baby
Four.
out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Dang,
yeah.
these people with all these kids, honey.
Mm-mm.
My hat's off.
Yes. Yeah.
My hat's off to y'all. But no, truly, I would be worried about that. But hopefully
Yeah.
they do something to make sure this man's not out there attacking
Mhm.
people in the street.
Exactly.
Yeah.
'Cause
Mhm.
She obviously does this. They walk the
Obviously.
baby and they
Of
walk the
course.
dog. So there's no
And
telling that man.
when you have
could be
big
back.
dogs too, you gotta walk your dog.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, even
Mhm.
little dogs like they had, you gotta walk your dog when you got a pet.
Yeah.
My other question that I was going to have was a woman who was babysitting her fiance's sister's little baby
Mhm.
to kind of, you know, help her out and everything. And of course, she's being taken advantage of and
Of
everything.
course. Family
Mhm.
rape.
Yeah,
Once
family
again,
rape.
family, and then she ain't
Yeah.
getting no help from the
Yeah.
boyfriend and or fiance. And most of the people have said, "Look, you need to put a deadline on that thing. It should have been yesterday, and say
Right.
after this time, I'm not available to watch
Yeah.
your toddler."
Right.
Yeah.
And this woman had a 2-year-old and was pregnant.
But was
So
she
she's-
watching them during the day or like
Yeah.
like all day?
Mm.
While
All
she's
day.
working?
Yeah.
And she's not paying her?
No.
Oh hell no.
Oh no.
Well, that's what
Definitely
everybody was
not.
saying, but
No.
When she's got
Well-
another one on the way.
yeah. And so
No.
she's tired, irritable. She's having
Yeah.
issues and stuff. And I
See,
thought to myself, man, you know,
You didn't even,
and people
you
was
didn't even
telling
birth
her,
these babies.
right. And people
No.
was telling her, and this is his sister. And he ain't telling her.
Right.
right.
No, my wife is tired, blah, blah, blah. You got to pay for daycare. And then some people were saying, well, you know, give her another week or two and set that deadline and say after this I'm not available, because it is hard to find, you know, childcare and stuff. But other people said, oh no, she's had several months. No, it needs to say
So she
today
doesn't
I'm
work.
not. Today I am not available. And another person said, what you do is you wait till Sunday evening, you call her Sunday evening and say,
don't
you
bring
know
him
what?
over.
I've been sick all day long. I will not be available tomorrow. So you need to make other arrangements. And people
Or
were
the
saying,
day after. Or
wait a
the
minute.
day after.
Right.
and people were saying, and then
Start it.
either she, this sister, or her husband could take family leave time
Yeah.
to watch their own
Shit.
kid.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a mess, y'all. That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh wait, the sister's married?
Yeah, her and her husband work. The sister and her husband
So what
work.
were they gonna
Wow.
do? What did they do before her? What did they do before she started watching
they
the baby?
paid full
They
price.
paid somebody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Let me see if I can. It
They
was
paid.
a doozy,
Well, see,
y'all.
the thing is that people get themselves into these situations.
Oh no.
You have to
Okay,
set
I
the
take it back.
expectation from the beginning.
Right. This woman, when my sister-in-law had her child, the sister-in-law is 32 years old, and the poster's 28, and her
Mhm.
fiance is 28.
Okay.
So they're not quite married yet, but they already have 2 kids together. So her and her fiance. But the sister, when the sister had her child, this 28-year-old poster, she offered to watch the
Mhm.
child while she got back into the work routine. So that's how
And
that
she's had her for
started.
2
How it
years?
started.
No. She says this was
Oh.
never intended to be a long-term thing, but just a nice gesture
Mm.
on my part. She says, now I'm pregnant again with my second child, and her child is 2.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I'm 3 months pregnant and struggling with emotions and morning sickness. I
Yeah.
can barely be present for my own 2-year-old.
Yeah,
Nonetheless,
that's
watch
bad.
my child
Right.
along with her almost 1-year-old.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
So she got
Oh,
a,
no.
so she got a
Smaller
2-year-old and a
baby.
1-year-old. She's been watching this kid since the
Since-
kid
Yeah.
birth,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the kid's 1 now. Her
Uh-uh.
child cries a lot due to teething, and I'm not sure how to soothe her as she doesn't nap well and is generally a fussy baby compared to mine. I'm at my wit's end. I have cried to my fiance multiple times
What he say?
about how emotionally draining it is to watch both of these kids. I mentioned to my sister-in-law that they need to find childcare as well as my fiance. And he said that my sister-in-law asked to bear with them while they find a place, but mentioned she thinks she may have found a place. That was a month ago.
She hasn't found anywhere.
That
She hasn't even
she ain't
looked.
even looking.
Exactly.
And
so
her,
now she
She's
says,
got a
so
good
now
thing
I'm growing
going.
impatient and annoyed as I feel though I'm struggling mentally and nobody seems to care, even though I have made it quite apparent
right.
and how much of a burden it is.
So
If
this
that was
man,
my child, I would have found a place within a week or two. However, I'm at a loss of how to bring it up again without appearing rude.
Just
And
say
my-
no.
And my fiance says to be patient as
So
he is sure it's
you're
almost
That
done.
fiance can watch.
Right. No,
And
You do
people
it.
were saying your fiance needs to babysit the kids. Then.
Yeah.
You do it. You
no,
you get a taste
no.
of
This
it.
one needs to happen.
But you
Quit
know what?
having
He don't even have
babies
your
with
back.
This man. Quit having
Right.
babies with a man
Yes.
who has already proven
Yes.
he don't give a fuck about your emotions and your feelings or nothing. 'Cause
And your
where is he?
well-being.
Right. Where is he at?
Okay, wait a minute. She says, my fiance says to be patient as he is sure it's almost done. But I argue, how would he know when there seems to be no end date in sight? If I bring it up again, am I the asshole? Should
No.
I wait another month? Hell
No.
Another month.
Stop it.
No.
People were saying to her, oh,
Stop
you need to
torturing
end
yourself.
it today.
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 Say.
And a lot of them were saying, if you're not getting no support from your fiance,
Yeah.
then
Don't marry
you
him.
don't. You're right.
That's
you
a red
need to
flag.
be marrying this man.
Mm.
That's not even
You
a
shouldn't have
flag.
had
That's
the
a
second
red
kid
fucking
by
People
him
were
either.
saying, and this
Yeah,
is
too
your
late.
fiance's sister, and they both using you like this.
Yeah,
Right.
they are.
Already said how drained. No, he's
And
not
this
going to
is
be supportive. Why
Too
you
much
gonna marry
stress
this
on a
man?
pregnant woman.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wasn't
it
that
for
a
your
good one, though?
baby.
Wasn't that a good one?
The problem is this is not a red flag. It's a red king size, California king size motherfucking blanket.
Waterbed.
And the fact that you're
Cowboy
still
King.
a fiance, I would say we are a boyfriend and girlfriend, no longer together, because obviously he doesn't help you with this situation at all.
Yeah.
If he's out working and you're home during the day, he obviously can't help watch the kids while he's working, but he could have your back in 1,000 other different ways that he has
Yes,
shown
he
that he's not
can.
going to have.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. She shouldn't have had to say anything. He should be attentive enough and
Yes.
considerate enough to say, you know what, sister? My fiance is already tired taking care of our 1-year-old or 2-year-old, and she's pregnant with another. You really need to
can.
find a
Yes,
daycare
You're right.
for your kid.
Right.
No.
He should have been the one to bring it
Right.
up to his sister.
His sister.
Everybody said that what she need to do is canvas or just look online to the cost of daycare in her area. Multiply
charge her.
that by the number of days that she
And
been watching
charge.
the child and present her with a bill.
She does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brought the kid over the next time.
Yeah.
And say, I
Because
need this
that's
paid.
what's happening. This woman is
Right.
saving a ton of money.
Yeah.
Ton of money.
You know what you know what'll get this done quick is you're right. Say, I need this paid before I watch her another day.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
The problem
Nip
is she
that in
doesn't
the
want to watch
bud.
her period for no amount of money. So I
No.
would say
Not
Yeah.
at this
I'm
point.
done.
But that's
I'm
a way to
done.
get out of it.
Right.
Maybe what if they pay it?
Yeah.
Then she's stuck watching that baby still.
No, because that's what
No.
you owe me.
Yeah,
Right.
you already
Right.
owe me for that.
True.
Oh,
True.
and by the way, I won't be available starting next week. And that's
I'm
that's
not
how you do
available
that.
from the moment I hand you this invoice.
Well, but you know what I'm
Right.
saying.
Hello. And then to make sure, plan a little trip for you and your baby.
That's what everybody said. They said,
And you
and
leave.
to make sure. Well, but I think he worked. So they said, and after you tell her I'm not available, then you need to be a plan to do something that day with you and your daughter.
Yeah.
So you're not even home when she come bring the
Knocking on
baby
the
from
door.
work.
Yeah.
And that way you don't even have to hear her knocking on your door.
Yeah.
You have an early activity for y'all.
Right. It's not
Exactly.
right. And then you need to start working on an exit strategy.
Yeah. But she's not. Trust me.
This is
she
my
won't.
But
question.
that family is not looking
I
out for
know.
her best interest.
This is my
It's
question.
going to happen again
Yes.
Of course.
in some form.
Yes.
You need to quit
I don't
having babies with
understand
this
how
Mhm.
you have children. Well, okay, let me not say it that way. You're not married yet, and you're obviously living together with your fiance, and you have one baby already. And obviously you're not working outside of the home. If you're able to watch your
Mhm.
child
Sure,
and
she
this child
can.
all day
Right.
long.
That's
Right.
true.
So this is going to cause a situation where you're going to be fucking stuck like Chuck with this man that doesn't have your back because you have no other means to take care of yourself and your baby.
That's true.
So I
You're
don't
stuck.
understand how,
Like, what's she doing
These
for her
women-
own money?
right. So now if she wanted to move and leave him, she couldn't. She has no money. She has no job to pay any rent or bills or room or anything.
And you know the fiance knows that.
Of course.
Right. And he
Of
knows she's
course.
home all day. He's like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
she can do it. It ain't no thing. She's already watching our baby.
Yep.
She
And
doesn't
she's
mind.
stuck like
but
so these
she
women that
did
get into these
offer.
situations,
But she offered
End up
to
getting
watch the
stuck.
kid, to give this woman a break, to ease back into work. But like she said, she didn't expect for this to be a long-term thing. But did she communicate that to the sister?
Right.
no, you know she didn't
No, she didn't.
until she started getting overwhelmed. And by then it's a year
Exactly.
already.
It's a year already.
been a
Maybe
year.
old. So
If that sister is not back in
so
the
looking-
work routine yet,
right. But looking back,
She is. She's trying to
so
She is.
so it could be the fiance. Maybe that's why he said, "Oh, just be patient," because you know
Yeah.
it's been over a year.
yeah.
I don't know. Who
I don't know.
knows?
So did they expect that they were going to
And there
keep
wasn't no
that
update.
baby with her until the baby went to kindergarten? Is that what they're
Mhm.
saying? Like
Probably.
they had no plan? Because most times, especially nowadays, while the person is pregnant, they're scoping out daycares because that's
Yeah,
how
you have
hard it is
to.
to get in.
There's
Good
waiting
one.
lists.
There's waiting lists.
while you're pregnant before
Yeah.
you're
Right. They're
pregnant.
checking this
Right.
shit out before they even have the baby. So
Yeah.
do you mean to tell me they ain't had no plan?
Probably not. If the fiance is like, she's already at home. I guarantee
Yeah.
the fiance is the one that
He thinks
suggested her
it's easy.
services.
Oh, of course. He thinks it's easy to be home watching these kids.
Yeah.
Because he's out working and making the money. So you just,
Yeah.
you know.
He's not
you
helping
handle
out
the
at
baby
all
at
at home.
Right.
Right.
That was a good one. But I chose the cousin one because I like that Airbnb.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
a
that was
lot of
good
people
too,
a lot of people was really, really, really asking some deep questions about Airbnb and how
That
a
would be
person who
allowed.
doesn't even own the
Yeah.
house can offer it like that and stuff.
Mhm.
And then about the trashing of it and who was living there that they trashed it, and then can't you get them? You know,
Mhm.
and
They
that
can.
kind of thing.
That's why they have to put their credit card on file.
Yeah.
So
Mm-mm.
Good one.
Lord.
Tons.
Hey, family, let us know what you would how you would answer these Am I the Asshole questions. We'd love to hear it. Send us some feedback to ss@askthesistahs@gmail.com, and we will read it on the next episode. And if you'd like to find other things that we do, head on over to our website, sistahspeakproductions.com, or go to Patreon where we have a lot of extra content. Patreon.com/sistahspeak. Sistah Speak by itself. All right, that is it for now. I am Sister K.
I'm Sister J.
I'm Sister LM.
And I'm Sister A.
See y'all next time. Bye.
Put that cereal in a bowl.
Fuzzy slippers.
We had no assholes today. We out.